That's no problem, you can have those. Okay. You have someone, they're over here in the swamps, Seminole Swamps, states they have seen either Bigfoot or some kind of lizard man. You found it, out about it. You didn't get a call from Linda. You got a call from a friend of yours at the newspaper. They just came from talking with her, and her bosses kind of wouldn't let her talk. You have a little more clout than we do. So, matter of fact, your friend, his father owns the place. You're friends with the senator or congressman. I mean.
Okay.
Troy is his son. God damn it.
Plugging up.
There. Wasn't working. Okay. Troy's also your connection for something else. You wanted a special kind of ammo? Maybe something that wouldn't kill people?
I got trank.
You could be using it for cryptids. You don't have to use this for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a reasonable request.
Trank, blunt.
Some kind of trank. Actually, the military's been working on a. It's a paralyzing, almost like a dart gun. I could probably get you some paralyzing rounds if you wanted to try out. I don't know how many.
Yes.
They come from the fort, Dad's fort, but he usually has some around the house. We can see what we can find. What?
No.
No paralyzing shoots? Get bullets?
No.
They don't permanently do it.
No.
It's only temporary.
No.
Damn.
You don't know about it. Shh.
No.
He's got to go talk to Linda.
That's Linda in the background. No.
No, you don't get to talk for Linda.
get
You got Linda fired.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Did not.
Yes, you did.
No.
You caught her. You yelled at her. You grabbed her by an arm from the front of the news people, dragged her into the boss's office. She got an argument with the boss.
Well, she should have been flapping her fucking loose jaws about it.
Yes, you're very true. She caused herself for being back there.
She should have kept those turkey lips between her legs shut.
Okay.
Gobble, gobble.
So, with a phone call on your connections, you have a connection stat. You can go ahead and roll on that. What's your connections rank?
Connections.
Right here, there's a skill actually. You have a specific skill for it, connections.
Good.
Okay, roll. This is like a whole web of people you can call.
41.
Okay. Actually, you didn't come up with anyone. This is kind of a smaller situation. So, but right before she's about to give us the juicy bits, her boss grabbed her, dragged away, and said there was no comment. So it makes me think maybe there's something more to this one than just firing her on the spot.
Oh my God, making me sound like the bad guy.
Blame the news person.
Well, I got some trank ones.
Here, roll, or no, come up with a name.
No, you don't.
Excuse me.
Come up with a name. I don't care. Go to the list and go.
For just
Just
a
a
name.
name.
Oh, women or men?
Doesn't matter.
Either or.
Whatever one you happen to be on.
Patsy.
Patsy? The person you're talking to at the news crew that apparently doesn't like the bosses at the Rayon Animal Labs is Patsy. She's the one you were talking to.
Patsy, Patsy.
So, you'll be the name person. Come with the name. So, what do you want to do about it?
Trying to get some more information from her.
No.
She'll meet you out in front of the labs.
No, she won't.
She might have to meet you across the street at the old church.
No, she won't.
You got a date.
You're on your date.
No, actually, no. She's going to show up when we pick up. She's going to show up as you guys are talking. So.
Well, we'll go across the street.
No, you won't.
Oh, we're gonna start.
She points at the area. Says over there behind the labs, in the fenced area. There was I was out back there, just minding my own business, and I look over, and there's some large man-like shape moving through the woods. I just assume either Bigfoot or I've heard of lizard man around here, but maybe it was a skinwalker.
Interesting hunt.
So, let me see, what do you have that could be helping on this?
You lie!
Oh, you have a headquarters too, but it's just like a house. You got to decide where we got to put your. Is it on your island?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
She's not there. Ignore her. She's too busy trying to buy things, so she's just waiting for money to roll around. Okay, oops. Your spy vehicles are a car, truck,
Flying dildo.
and a motorcycle.
Flying dildo.
And I'll figure out which kind of vehicles they are later on to write it down.
Well, you talking like a sports car or like?
Uh,
I should say that because that gives me stats already, and from there I don't need much.
yeah, it's one sports car.
More. Okay. What kind of truck do you mean?
Dually.
Dually doesn't mean shit to me. Are you talking like a semi?
No, it's a kind
Pickup.
of like her truck,
Okay.
but hers is half ton. I'm talking 3/4 ton.
It doesn't mean shit in the game.
Big pickup.
Big truck, yeah.
Well, big pickup is different than pickup. Okay. Kind of. Do they all look nice, or do you have like any of them looking?
They're all nice.
Okay.
No, they're not.
Okay, Chase. Mr. Steele.
Ooh, he's stealing. He's stealing.
Linda, we'll meet you and we'll get a little bit into the discussion because we're going to stop at the point that she comes out.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, it was, and she kind of just, sets out basically what she saw, roll percentage size. We're going to do this, I just guess.
91.
Okay. You feel her story of what she saw. It could be accurate, but you have a few flaws in it. Your genius would pick these out.
Yeah.
And this is what we can start with next time. You want to write them down. 1, why was she out behind in a fence section?
Was she on a what?
She shouldn't be where she said she saw.
Why
it.
was she
It's forbidden.
on a
Forbidden area.
bad area?
Yeah.
Hello, and if you've enjoyed some of our work that you've seen here, please do me a favor and click there over on Patreon corner, and you can become a patron, and for like $1 a month you can give me input on anything that you think would be good to continue on. So we do so much different things, and it's hard to see what people want to see next, so become a contributor as well as have an opinion on what we do next. Thank you.
Well, guess that's the main one, is why was she there? What was she doing there is kind of the thing.
Why?
She was there. She had been there for a reason.
Why?
But she's just standing around looking for a monster? What the hell? It
What was
seems
she
kind of
doing?
weird.
Why? What she was doing?
Yeah, well, if she explains what she was doing, maybe it'd explain why, but not always. She says she was sharpening her pencils. You're like, excuse me.
Outside.
Yeah, there's no sharpener out behind the building. That's a strange place to put a sharpener. Yeah, so no one else uses it. That's why it's a secret.
Exactly.
Then you know she's a conspiracy nut. Okay, I think we got your stuff now. Your family. You got any questions about your character at this point?
Nope.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
You got some stuff there written down. Now.
Chaos.
Yes.
Chaos.
I need you for a little bit. Okay. We're going to get a rarity over here. We have Chaos join us. He's got his character in our comic book game. Here's your character sheet, but we got to write some stuff down on it. A, you need a regular name.
Aries.
Aries? Spell it for me. E-R-A-S or A-R-E-S? Like War God.
The War God.
Hey,
Okay.
Devin.
That's a strange name for a child who has a feeble intelligence.
Hey, he wasn't a... He was the god of being a little bitch.
Well, apparently your parents were like, new fancy names.
I mean, I could have gave you the other name, but I don't know how to spell that one either.
That's right. You could also chose it for yourself after you became normal. You had a situation. Well, first of all, we should start at the beginning. First of all, you lived at the circus.
Yay, I'm a circus freak.
Well, you have a feeble intelligence and a poor strength. But you are actually quite agile. Friends with some people at the zoo, at the circus. Especially you found out about 3 specific ones. They came here apart, but all had something in common. Basically, you found out the 3 people being, where's their kid sheet? These people you know from the zoo. These 3, the fat lady, the strong man, and the dog-faced boy. Now, the dog-faced boy used to be one of your pretty good friends. You found since the experiment, though, hasn't been as much so. You don't understand what he's saying anymore as much.
Yeah.
But you still hang a little bit. You got to decide on like if you still live here or not at this point.
Okay.
But okay, you went ahead. You were living at the zoo because you had nowhere else to go, or the not zoo, circus. God, I want to put you in the zoo, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, you're in the circus. You found out these guys are here because of a. This has to be hush hush because they are being paid already. They don't want to lose their money.
Yeah.
They're being paid because they are failed experiments. All from Rayon. Although, if you look at Strongman, he was the last one. What they did is they enhanced something on all of them. Fat lady weighs much more than her weight should show. The weight was a side effect of the fact she just can't move as much anymore because she's so heavy.
Yeah.
Strongman is really strong. He lifts more than he shows in the shows.
Yeah.
Dog-faced boy. Well, you're not sure. He's very much like a dog.
Yeah.
The thing is, he has had implanted by tattoo people, piercing people, claws and teeth for the show. But you also know they're very effective. You've seen him eat with them.
Yeah.
You used to get along with him more because his intelligence is feeble. So you two kind of palled around and your agility kind of helped to hang with him. But you were a lot weaker.
Yeah.
You've been like the sick pet. You heading off again?
Yep.
He went to the labs, the same one the other 3 had gone to. One of them, actually. They got him into a separate program instead of the growth or the animal experimentation. They got him into a super soldier program to implant things into his also empty head. They did so, along with a couple others that you saw walking around sometimes. But they really worked hard to keep you guys apart. It seemed kind of weird on that part. That's one part that kind of bugged you. You were looking for new friends at the time.
Yeah.
But now, you're a typical reason. You're a common person. That's why they let you go. You were actually a success for what you were looking for. But they were looking for super intelligence. They didn't realize yours was lacking so much.
Yeah.
What has happened, though, you've had an incredible increase of your speed. But you're a little hyperactive.
Okay.
Yeah, all the time. The weirdest thing is before leaving, Sylvia, the director of the, Sylvia Shasta, the director of the labs, came in one day and put a chip in your head. It was the last one. You knew they were expecting 3 chips.
Yeah.
3 slots for them. But then came in and told you, you were like, what's this slot for? What's this one for? And she said, for this. And they brought you in a giant egg. She says, now this is our secret and you're leaving. Take this with you. Otherwise they're going to exterminate it.
Yeah.
So. And you left. She kind of covered the books for you to disappear. That's why you have people sometimes looking for you. They know where you are. Military can find you. You can call them. You don't have a great relation with them because you're not really what they wanted.
Yeah.
For their intent, you're a failure. So are you currently still living at the circus, or would you try to find homes elsewhere? You can live at the circus still and work there.
Yeah, I'll still be at the circus.
Okay. Your strength hasn't increased. But, you know, you still have your agility.
Yeah.
Certain issues you find in living on the circus. So there's a guy known as the Hangman or Noose. He's a trick rope guy. He seems to be the strong arm of the circus. Mm-hmm. And before what happened, he was kind of a bully with you. Mm-hmm. He's kind of backed off a little bit. But her leg was hitting it. That was not really enough.
Yeah.
So you don't feel you liked him much. But then we'll get... Are you heading to the room?
No, I'm just grabbing it.
Okay. The only thing we're going to kind of address for you a little bit is that one night you get a message. Mm-hmm. It's like sitting in your... I guess you live in one of those wagons.
Wagon living.
You know, like the circuses have.
Yeah.
Probably with Dog Boy.
Does he sleep at the foot of the bed? Like a good dog.
No. He gets his own bed.
Damn.
He gets a bigger bed. You know why? He's an earner. What are you doing around here now? Selling tickets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or breathing fire.
You know how to do that.
Not that hard.
Yeah, go talk to the sword swallower, see if he wants to teach you. A lot of times sword swallowers also do that.
Yeah.
So, this note is left for you. Mm-hmm. It says, Aries, Father is looking for us. We need to hide. Meet me. And he gives you the address of this church. Mm-hmm. They used to be across the street from one of the areas, from one of the labs. Mm-hmm. He wants to meet you there. Mm. He's one of the other subjects that were experimented on. Mm-hmm. I would appreciate if you could please go over and click on the subscribe and hit the notifications so you can know next time we have something new coming on. And sorry for the interruption, but back to the show. So, very little information on the message. Mm-hmm. Do you wish to go to this meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Do you wish to bring your forbidden pet, who since that it has hatched out of the egg? Mm-hmm. You had to go through a oiling process and how to take care of the young. But kind of like, luckily that's what you have. And the dog-faced boy can't tell anyone. Mm-hmm. And it's in your wagon with you guys.
Does he not speak?
No. He doesn't. But you don't know yet if it's from a... Well, he grunts. Mm-hmm. He communicates. His voice growls more. Mm. Yeah, it's like talking with your dog. And any words he can say, mm-hmm. It's like words you hear dogs on YouTube say.
Okay.
You know, so he keeps it to a minimum.
I love you. You're like, why is my dog telling me this?
Yes. Okay, you go meet this guy. He informs you. Because otherwise we're going to go through a longer time. You'll never get this done. And they'll hear what's happening with you. You're at the hospital. You're at the church across the street when we open up the game. Okay. You're in a separate thing, but it's near. They're out in the parking lot, so you're across. You meet this guy. You realize which one it is. It's the one that every time you pass in the hallways, you would say, God bless you. Mm. He was kind of a religious freak. He didn't notice it so much at the time.
Yeah.
Apparently, he introduced himself to you as Trinity.
Okay.
And
at any point, can I kill this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you wish, if it becomes necessary. We're at this point in the game. We're an early point. You're here alone.
Okay.
It's a comic book game, not a superhero game.
So I don't actually have to be a good person, do I?
No.
Anti-hero. Let's go.
He informs you that the source of us, mm-hmm. the one that me, you, and one of the other subjects were experimented on, was split DNA from a source. Mm-hmm. I've learned that it's called Father. Mm. And I've heard and found that this is not the first time he's done this. Mm-hmm. He's fed on the others too. He takes your mind and adds it to his and becomes stronger. We're being grown like food. Ah. And if we don't gather together to deal with this threat, he's going to hunt us down individually.
So he's a brain sucker. Interesting.
So that's your situation. You're currently at that church across the street from where they are. where she's meeting in the yard in the parking lot of for Linda to talk to the guy about the giant she saw out in the woods. You'll be coming out and seeing all this going on. Also, though, there is another member of the group that you have seen before, but never talked to, and that was Chakra, as we call it, or Violet, most character, because you were both at the labs at the same time. You like, again, one of those crossing phases, but it's entirely, if you'd ask, is that another person? No, that's entirely a different thing going on. That's Dr. White's.
Dr. White.
Yeah, that's the name of the character in my, I just rolled. That's the name of the character. I took a book and went how many words down. That's a character that is in my movie.
Yeah, I know, that's what I said. It's dead bit though.
So, now the question is, did you have any questions about your character? I assume you're alone. Your family dropped you off at the zoo, at the circus.
Yeah,
the
no,
zoo.
I'm alone.
Dropped you off at the zoo. The zoo said, this is a circus issue.
No, it's a zoo / circus.
Yeah, because they have animals too.
Yeah.
You have one. You've contemplated showing it, but you don't know if you should or not.
No, definitely not. Not until he's much bigger and I can ride him.
Yeah, if he gets that big. You don't know a thing about it.
Hey, I will find a way to make him bigger. I will be
Get
the
those
king of
growth
Fred.
experiments. Like that was done on Fat Lady and Strongman. But once it worked this time.
Yeah.
Get a buff dragon that's this big. Looks like one of those bulldogs.
Yeah.
Problematic when I hit automatic, it's like problematic when I hit automatic, it's
Laying out St. Augustine. Leaving a garrison at Fort Caroline, Menendez founded St. Augustine in 1565, first permanent settlement in America. It had been said, though, without satisfactory proof, that the French were not slow in dealing with their enemies. Dominic de Gourgos, suddenly appearing at Fort Caroline, killed all who resisted and hanged the prisoners. This actually happened. It was an act of useless cruelty, for the French made no further attempts to expand there, and Florida remained Spanish until it was purchased by the United States in 1819.